Alright, what's up guys? It's Derek here from Simnett Nutrition. So this video is for people that are thinking about going vegan, maybe people that have just transitioned into a vegan diet, people that are having trouble staying on a plant-based diet. I really want to help you because this is really the way of the future. I mean, we're sicker than ever, the environment is just getting worse and worse all the time, the animal agriculture is just appalling. If you haven't thought about it, really think about it, watch this video and consider it. When I transitioned into being vegan about 4 or 5 years ago now, I didn't have a lot of friends that were doing this, but I knew in my heart that I was doing the right thing. It didn't feel right to me to be eating meat anymore, and I just decided I have to go on this journey. Here's some tips that I wish somebody had told me and that hopefully will help you. So when I started to transition, there was a lot of pressures from people around me. There was like the media telling me I should be eating, bacon and eggs and all these healthy fats at every meal. There was my family. My mom was really worried about me. She thought I wasn't going to get enough protein. She thought I was going to wither away and maybe become deficient in something. She was just worried, right? Of course, and I understand that now. And of course, there were all my friends that were just like didn't understand what I was doing. Was started to get scared to invite me over for dinner. So I think it's all about always moving forward, eating more raw fruits and vegetables, eating more cooked vegetables, eating just more plant-based foods, whole foods. Is going to be what's going to help you feel good, satiated, and going to keep you on this vegan lifestyle for a long time. First topic I want to talk to you guys about is protein and calories. Basically, if you eat enough calories from a variety of whole, nutrient-dense plant foods, you will get enough protein. Now, am I saying that you should eat, celery and white rice all day? No, probably not. Get some really dense foods in you, like yams, quinoa, spinach, all the greens, carrots, and yeah, have some rice, of course, broccoli, all the foods, lots of fruit, lots of vegetables, anything like that. And if you eat enough calories, you will get enough protein. But the problem is people that are transitioning to a vegan diet don't realize that plant foods are far lower in calories than meats, than eggs, than cheese, and things like that. So what you want to do is to fill up on foods that you like. If you had to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil at first so that you get enough of those foods into you, then do that. But remember that you're always trying to transition towards a whole foods, plant-based diet. This is what will keep you feeling healthy and happy and keep you on the vegan train. So just remember that if you eat enough, you get enough protein. And this brings me to my next point, which is B12. People don't want to transition into a vegan diet or eat a vegan diet because they think, oh, I'm going to have to supplement with B12. How crazy. Well, honestly, if that's the only thing that you have to supplement with, it is not all that bad. I know of a lot of meat eaters that are supplementing a whole lot more than just B12, and B12 is not a vegan deficiency. If you look at the statistics, people across the board are deficient in B12. So should you supplement with it? Probably. Is it something you have to worry about right away? And as soon as the first day that you don't eat meat, do you have to go out and get 5,000 milligram tablets of B12? No, definitely not. B12 stays in our body for quite a long time. It can take up to 2 to 5 years to become deficient. I'm not saying that you can completely ignore your B12 levels for 2 or 5 years, but it's definitely not as big of a deal as people think when you're first getting into the diet. You have lots of B12 stored in your body. You'll be healthy, happy. You will make lots of red blood cells. You will have all the nerve signaling that you need without supplementing it at first. Down the road, it's definitely something you want to think about. Look for a sublingual tablet or a liquid and keep it in your mouth, as that's the best way that it absorbs. Meat substitutes. This is a hot topic. Like, why go vegan if you just want everything to taste like meat, right? Well, it's not really that simple. And a lot of people need these foods so that they can transition successfully into a plant-based diet. I think we all know that these are not the healthiest things. Turn any of the packages around and look at the package. It's textured wheat gluten and soy protein isolate, all these different things, lots of canola oils and omega-6 rich oils, which you don't really want to be consuming. But if it helps you get off the meat and helps you get off the dairy, then go with it. And remember that we're always transitioning to the whole foods, plant-based diet. All right, beyond that, one thing that many people have trouble with, and me included, are family and friends. So when I moved home for a year to be with my family, they were all really worried about me that I wasn't getting enough nutrients. And we would go to events like Rib Fest and stuff like that. And there was a few times that I slipped and I had, a ton of ribs. And this was years and years ago now. and I felt really guilty about it then. But looking back on it now, it was such a small and insignificant part of my whole journey, and here I am now, 4 years vegan, no meat. I don't have any cravings for it at all. I can go to those events and not have any trouble saying no to those types of things. I'll pull a bunch of bananas out of my backpack and eat those and be more than happy to have those. So just keep that in mind. Another thing that you'll notice is at family dinners, or anywhere really that you're around your family, everyone is always going to try and either get down on you or have some backhanded comments about the way that you're not eating meat, or, oh, you're too good for this, or you can't have this, oh, look how good it looks, or whatever. And really, to them, all you can do is just be the light. Remember that you were there recently, and even when I was younger, I didn't really understand how people could do that. Why would you want to shun things like bacon and eggs just so that you could have lettuce and maybe be a little bit healthier and live longer? I think we all know the joke is like, do vegans actually live longer, or does it feel like they just live longer because they have such a restricted diet? But that is not the case at all. So just remember to be the light and to show them that you can do this without criticizing what they're doing. At first I got kind of thin, my face really thinned out, and people were always commenting like, oh, you're not getting enough food, you're not getting enough nutrients, this and that. But now, I mean, look at my body now. No one seems to really have trouble, with my vegan diet now, and they really can't say anything. You will have to learn how to cook, and you will have to bring some food to family dinners. I always bring the brightest, most vibrant food that I can bring to family dinners so that everyone enjoys it and I can share it with everybody, and they can see that, eating plants isn't all that hard. As I continue to do this to my family dinners, I notice that more and more of the dishes are turning into vegan dishes, and I'm honored that they're doing this to please me, but it's working and they are eating less meat. Even if it's that one day a year, I think it's a win. So remember that you're gonna have to learn how to cook. Cooking vegan is not hard, it is very easy. Steaming stuff, sauteing stuff is really easy. I'll do a video on this in the future, some of my favorite simple one-pot meals and that sort of thing. But for now, just remember that when you do go to family dinners, bring some food, bring a backup plan, because there's not likely gonna be much there. Maybe some wilted romaine lettuce or something like that, but who knows, there's probably a bunch of cheese on there. So just bring your own food, eat before you go so that you're not worried about filling up at the dinner. Another thing a lot of people worry about is their clothing and their belts and the leather couch that they have in their house. Do you have to throw that all away when you first start to go vegan or when you transition into this? And my answer is no, you definitely don't. I still have leather belts that I wore or that I bought before I was vegan, and I don't feel guilty wearing those. At first I did, and I thought, oh, I don't want people to judge me, but I honestly don't care. I know that I'm on my own path, and I'm not gonna throw away a bunch of perfectly good, belts and old shoes and a leather chair that I found on the side of the road. I'm not gonna throw this stuff away just to appease other people and to be like the most hardcore vegan that there is. So my message to you is, don't throw that stuff away. If you feel really guilty about it and you just can't wear it, maybe put it in the back of your closet and don't look at it for a little while, because you may change your mind eventually. And I'm not telling anybody to go out and wear leather or buy leather belts or anything like that. I think it's a horrible industry, of course. But if you already have it, what's worse? Is it worse to like waste and throw things away, or is it worse to just keep using that leather item? Another thing that is inevitable is that you will feel some type of detox or some sort of symptoms that might not be ideal when you transition. This is why I recommend that people transition over a long period of time. And I don't think that many people can just go vegan overnight cold turkey. I've heard about many people that do, and it's not easy. But if you watch a video like Cowspiracy or Forks Over Knives or Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, something like this, and it just turns the light on and you just have to go vegan and you cannot eat meat ever again, then awesome, and good luck on your journey. But for me, it was a slow transition, and that's what helped me build healthy habits over a long period of time that I could sustain. You might feel a little bit tired at first. You might, it'll be hard for you to find what meals actually work for you, and how to get enough calories and actually digest that much fiber. So this is where the things like meat substitutes, vegan protein bars, and this sort of stuff can come into play, where it can really help you, sort of round out your diet, bulk up the calories so that you're not binging at the end of the night, or or going in your parents' fridge and just hammering some cheese or ice cream or something like that. So 2 more points here I want to make with you. One thing that I've noticed all the time, even as a nutritionist, people criticize it all the time, and you'll find this, that as soon as you turn vegan, all of a sudden everybody is a health or nutrition expert. They worry, oh, you're not going to get enough protein, you're not going to get enough iron. What about B12? It's natural for us to eat animals. What about our canines? It's like, yeah, sure. You know, you can argue with these people all you want, but it's not going to do you any good. And like I mentioned before, just be the light, do your thing. Once you know in your heart that it's the absolute truth, that the vegan diet is the most healthy way and the most optimal way that we can live, and that this is working for you, then it doesn't matter what anybody else says. So just do what's right in your heart. Try not to worry about the haters. And if you really have to come back at people with some statistics, then, you know, have a few under your belt that you know, that you can, you know, studies that you can cite and that sort of stuff. But I honestly don't worry about it. And if someone's going to argue with me about these canines being made for eating meat, or that our digestive tracts are perfectly designed to consume meat, then you're not going to win an argument with those people, and you can just let them be on their journey. And that brings me to my last point. So when you find people that come up to you and they want to know, they're genuinely curious about, why are you eating a vegan diet? Why are you transitioning this way? Why would you ever do that to yourself? Find out what they like. Find out. There's 3 points that I always remember, and it's the environment, it's health, and it's animals. And if people don't care about one of those 3 things, then what the hell do they care about, right? So if they care about the environment, just work that into the conversation. Say, you know, animal agriculture is one of the biggest contributors to greenhouse gases, that sort of stuff. Or if they're real health buffs, say, hey, you can get all of your essential amino acids from plant foods. There's no physiological need for us to eat meat. And then if you have someone compassionate, this is the absolute best scenario. And you just explain to them, you know, why do we house these dogs and care so much for these dogs while we like brutally enslave and kill other animals? It just doesn't make any sense. And once those lights start to go on in people, you can really see changes start to happen. Hopefully that helps you guys. And if you have anything that I missed, or you have any pointers that you'd like some other, you know, possible new vegans to know, put them down below in the comment section. If you have any questions for me, or you want to see anything else, maybe that I forgot, or you want me to address anything else in here, leave them down below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'm really motivated to do these videos. I really want to help people. It's not a self-gratifying thing. I'm just like so excited about sharing this message. And once you know how good it feels to be vegan, there is no taste that will ever take you off track. No steak, no burger, nothing. The amount of energy, the positivity, the lightness that you feel will keep you on track. So stay tuned for more, guys. Thanks so much for the support, and good luck.